We can't act or protest to it if we think something is wrong, and we can't speak. Let's see some freedom fighters and some people who gave us freedom. So at my left are some people who gave us freedom. So Sukhdev, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and many more. And at my right, there are people who are freedom fighters. Let's ask a question to ourselves. Are we giving freedom to the natural resources? Okay, first let's know about natural resources. Now, what are natural resources? Wind energy, sorry, forest resource, water resource, soil resource, and many more resources are known as natural resources. How we destroy natural resources? We destroy natural resources by cutting trees and making houses, cutting mountains and making roads, and many more. Natural resources are also essential for us because they contribute to the economic development of nation. They provide us many necessary supplies all through the life. Let's know renewable and non-renewable resources. One that can be used repeatedly and does not run out because it is naturally replaced. It is called renewable resources. Non-renewable resources, these resources cannot be used repeatedly and can be replenished. It is known as non-renewable resources. Why we need to save these resources for future? It is It is important to save the natural resources for future because the next generation which is coming can also use it in proper way as we are using. Not the next generation, but we can also use it in proper way when we grow up. Yes, just now also some people are not able to use some natural resources like water. In many places, there is no water. People have to go 2 to 3 kilometers to take water. Nowadays, also we are seeing that there's a lot of shortage of water. So we can think what will happen in future. And there are many more resources like air. Nowadays, there is again lot of air pollution. The people who live on roads, they feel lot of problem to inhale this polluted air, and when they inhale, so they get some disease and that disease gets spread. So I was talking about to save natural resources, but now one natural resources is in a very is decreasing. So let's know which is the natural resources. Yes, it is bird. So lot of tension and lots of question. So let's cool down because I have brought 4 questions and 4 answers which must have been in your mind. Now, what what does bird flu mean? Avian influenza refers to the disease caused by infection with avian blood influenza flu type of virus. These viruses occur naturally among aquatic animals worldwide and can affect domestic poultry and other birds and animal species. Avian influenza virus do not normally infect humans. Now, how bad is a bird flu? It's deadly. It's deadly to the most birds, and it's deadly to humans and to other mammals that catch the virus from birds. Since the first human case in 1997, H5N1 has killed nearly 60% of people and who have been infected by an avian influenza. Now, how many people have killed, how many people have uh, how many people killed an any bird flu. This is the first case of this strain in the human in so it was in 5 June 2019 since
हो गया बेटा
2013. Now let's see the next slide. So these are the some symptoms of anemia influenza: high temperature, dry, and many more. So do not let Mother Nature to become once upon a time. Don't be greedy because it's time to be greeny. Thank you.
Thank you, Anushka and Prajapati, for such a beautiful performance. Now I would like to invite Abhisarg.
Good morning and Jai Hind. My name is Abhivyakti and I am here to present my views on saving environment. Environment gives us the every essential things that we need to survive like oxygen, food, water and shelter. It also provides habitat to all living organisms. Our environment is endangered by a lot of human activities such as deforestation, pollution, and wildlife hunting. Deforestation is removal of trees permanently. This makes the land barren and prone to soil erosion. It also causes loss of habitat for many wild animals. Pollution. Pollution is contamination of our environment by introducing harmful materials called pollutants. These may be natural like volcanic ash or man-made like smoke from factories. There are many types of pollution like air pollution, water pollution and noise pollution. Air pollution. Air pollution is the mixture of solid particles like dust, smoke, and other suspended particles in the air. Gases such as ozone, CO2, and methane also cause air pollution. Water pollution. Water pollution refers to the contamination of water by various harmful substances like chemicals, plastic, and human and animal waste. This causes pollution in water bodies like streams, river, lake, and aquifer. Noise pollution is unwanted or loud sound that affect the health of humans and other living organisms. According to WHO, sound level less than 70 decibels are not harmful to living organisms. Next is wildlife hunting. Hunting refers to killing innocent wild animals for their skin, teeth, and feathers. This has caused many animals to extinct like dodo, woolly mammoth, etc. It has also caused animals to leave their habitat and their young babies behind. At last, I would like to say that saving environment is not a responsibility, it is necessity. Our environment is our life. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhisar. That was a really good performance. Now I would like to call Rishit.
Rishit, are you ready, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Please start.
Good evening and Jain. I, Rishi Singh, standard of 6A, going to represent my Abhivyakti. The topic of the Abhivyakti is Save Plant. Save trees. They keep all of us alive. Trees are like the lungs of the earth. They are the asset that keep the Mother Earth healthy. They try to maintain environmental balance. They fight severe climate changes. Commercial value of a tree. Its production of oxygen, humidity control, and recycling of water, air pollution control, controlling of soil, erosion and fertility, nesting of birds, squirrels, insects, and plants. They offer shadow and shelter not only humans but also give habitat to wildlife. So, promote trees. The importance of trees. It removes carbon dioxide, reduces erosion, provides fruit, provides medicine, cools our houses, add oxygen, prevent flooding. Save a plant because plant a tree and get air for free. If we cut a tree, we cut our life. The tree is our best friend. Feel free to plant a tree. Trees are the roots of all living things. A tree that stay keep flood away. There is not life without greenery. Take care of the trees, they will take care of us. Taking action towards saving trees is not something we would merely do for saving them, but to protect our own lives. So save plants, save lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Rishit. It was a praiseworthy performance. Now I would like to call Ayushman for his performance.
Jai Hind everyone. My name is Ayushman Banerjee and I am going to show you all my Abhivyakti presentation done by me. I have made a poem by myself and the poem is talking about water. Water is clearly a mystery to me, a solid, a liquid, a gas, it's all three. Freeze it, warm it, boil it, you'll see. Water is clearly a mystery to me. So the poem is talking about that water is clearly a mystery for everyone because sometimes we can say it in solid state, liquid state, gas state. It's in all three states on earth. We can freeze it, warm it, boil it, and we can do the experiment and we can see the solid, liquid and gas states. What we learned from water? We learned that water is one of the most important substances on earth. And the sentence is true that water is really a most important substance on earth because life cannot be exist without water. All plants and animals must have water to survive because without water they cannot survive. If there was no water, there would be no life on earth because water gives us oxygen inside our body and it fulfills our thirst. Apart from drinking to survive, people have other uses of water like bathing, washing clothes, brushing, etc. Points to keep in our mind. there are some points which we should keep in our mind that we will save water. We will close the tap while brushing our teeth. We will take a bath by taking a bucket and a mug, and we will use only one bucket of water for bathing. We will save water as much as we can. And these points will help us to save water, save us, and save our Mother Earth. Now I'm at the end of my page. Jai Hind everyone.
Thank you, Ayushman. Now I would like to invite Dia for her presentation.
Good morning. Sorry. Good evening, everyone. I'm Dia. I want to share my presentation of Abhivyakti. What is natural resources? Natural resources are materials from the earth that are used to support life and meet people needs. Any natural substance that humans use can be considered a natural resource. Oil, coal, natural gas, metals, stone, and sand are natural sources are air, sunlight, soil, and water. Classification of natural resources. What are biotic? Biotic resources are obtained from the biosphere, such as forests and their products, birds and their products, fish and other marine organisms. Mineral fuels such as coal and petroleum are included in this category because they are formed from decayed organic matter. Abiotic. Abiotic resources include non-living things. Examples: land, water, air, and minerals including gold, iron, copper, silver, etc. Classification of natural resources. Natural resources are formed into two groups considering their state of development. The two are potential resource and actual resources. Potential resource. What is potential resource? Potential resources are those that exist in a region and may be used in the future. For example, petroleum may exist in many parts of India, having sedimentary rocks, but until the time it is actually drilled out and put into use, it remains a potential resource, meaning resources that still have not been tapped yet. Actual resources. What are actual resources? Actual resources are those that have been surveyed, their quantity and quality determined and are being used in present times. The development of an actual resource, such as word processing, depends upon the technology available and cost involved. The part of actual resource that can be developed profitably with available technology is a reserve. Natural resources can be also be classified through renewability. Renewable resources are ones that can be replenished or repaired easily. Non-renewable resources are formed over very long geological periods. Renewable resources. They are ones that can be replenished or reproduced easily. Some of them are light, sunlight, air, wind, etc. are continuously available and their quantity is not affected by human consumption. Renewable resources. However, many can be depleted by human use. However, they may also be replenished, thus maintaining a flow. Some of these, like agriculture crops, take a short time for renewal. Other times, other likes water, take a comparatively longer time, while still others like forests take even longer. Non-renewable resources are formed over very long geological periods, including minerals and fossil fuels, etc. Thus, they cannot be replenished fast enough once they cannot be depleted. Of these, the metallica minerals can be reused by recycling, but coal and petroleum cannot be recycled. Classification of natural resources. Natural resources can also be classified based on their availability in, in, inexhaustible natural resource and exhaustive natural resource. Inexhaustible natural resource, those are resources which are present in unlimited quantity in nature. They are not likely to be exhausted easily by human activity. Inexhaustible natural resources include sunlight, air, etc. Exhaustible natural resources, the amount of these resources are limited. They can be exhausted by human activity in the long run, thus not really sustainable. Exhaustible natural resources include coal, petroleum, natural gas. Thank you.
Thank you, Dia. Now, Kavya.
Good evening and Jai Hind everyone. I am Kavya of Class 6A, here to present my PPT on my topic Mother Earth. In my topic there are 5 titles. What Earth gives us? Are we fulfilling our duty to Mother Earth? Do Mother Earth need to be saved? How do we pollute the Earth and how should we improve it? And why should we save Earth? What Earth gives us? Earth gives us life. Many things are there which is given by Earth. Water, food, medicine, materials for shelter, oxygen, climate, atmosphere and everything which is required to live. Mother has given those things which are required to defeat those which can harm us to live. Like ozone layer is there for harmful rays of sun. We should be thankful to our Mother Earth. Are we fulfilling our duty for Earth? Do we think we are fulfilling our duty for our Mother Earth who do many things for us? But in my opinion, we are not. May some people think, but still Earth's condition is very bad. We are polluting it very badly. We are making Earth dirty in many ways. And by doing this, what will we gain? We will only not able to be survive. Our next generation will not survive. We will be in problem. We are polluting earth for our comfort. But what's the meaning of that comfort when we will only not be alive? Do Mother Earth need to be saved? Yes, of course, Mother Earth needs to be saved. And why should she need to be saved? Because of us. Do we know that how are we polluting and how can we improve it? How do we pollute the Mother Earth and how should we improve it? There are many ways by which we pollute our Mother Earth and those ways too by which we can save her. Those ways are air pollution. Air pollution is the presence of substances in the atmosphere that are harmful to the health of human and other living beings or cause damage to the climate or to materials. Air pollution is caused by harmful gases which are increased by us by driving many vehicles at same time, burning things and plastics, by cutting trees, by releasing harmful gases from factories and in many other ways. By this, we are destroying ozone layer and global warming is being too. It is very important to reduce them. I have listed some reducing ways. Those are reduce the number of trips in the car or non-eco-friendly vehicles, reduce or eliminate fireplace and wood stove use, avoid burning leaves, trash and other materials, choose a cleaner commute, share a ride to others or use public transport like bus, metro, etc. Walk for a short distance, recycle, reuse and reduce by avoiding cutting of trees. Water pollution. Water pollution is a combination of the water bodies usually as a result of human activities. Water bodies include, for example, lakes, rivers, ocean, etc. Water pollution results when contaminants are introduced into the natural environment, discharge of domestic waste, population growth, etc. from the water tanks, a major source of the water pollution. We pollute water by throwing garbage and plastic, by bathing in that. I think that bathing in Ganga or any other river do not clean our mind, it just clean our body. Even fish are affected by those. Reducing. Pick up litter and throw it away in a garbage can. Mulch or compost grass or yard waste. Wash your car or outdoor equipment where it can flow to a garbage or grassy area instead of a side of a river.
Kavya, your voice is not coming.
She is not audible.
Just wait, beta. Kavya? Okay, I think she lost the connection. Kashish, please move ahead, beta.
So I would like to call Toyaj next. Ma'am, she has come back.
Good evening and Jai Hind everyone. I Toij Kumar of class 6A in front of you all to share my presentation on safe plant. Why should we save plant? To maintain our ecological balance. What benefits we get from plants? We get fruits, vegetables, flowers, fibers and rubber, wood, tasty food products, oxygen, home for many animals. How we can save plants? We can save plants by stopping deforestation and promoting social forestry, agroforestry, Tonga system, and afforestation. Do you know, at the beginning of 20th century, about 30% of Indian land was covered with forest. forest, but at the end of century it reduced to 19.4%. Out of 19.4%, only 12% area was covered by dense forest. Save plants, save earth. Do you know about Amrita Devi Bishnoi, who saved, who was saving the trees from being extinct? Paper participation has a long history in India. In 1731, the king of Jodhpur, Rajasthan, asked one of his ministers to arrange woods for constructing a new palace. A Bishnoi woman, Amrita Devi, showed exemplary courage by hugging a tree and daring kingsman to cut her first before cutting the tree. Sadly, the kingsman did not heed to her pleas and cut down the tree along with Amrita Devi. Her three daughters and hundreds of other Bishnoi followed her and thus lost their lives saving the trees. Now I would like to tell you about another one, Chipko movement. Chipko movement of Garhwal Himalayas in 1974. Local women showed enormous bravery in protecting trees from acts of contractor by hugging them. Chipko movement was born in March 1974 at Gopeshwar in Chamboli district. The movement had two leaders, Sundarlal Bahuguna of Tehri and Chandi Prasad Bhatt of Gopeshwar. It was for plant conservation. This is our duty to plant trees and also take care of them. And now I am going to show you some Indian climate activists. The first one is Gisipriya Kanjujam. Gisipriya Kanjujam. She is a 9 years old child environmental activist from India, one of the youngest climate activists globally. She addressed world leaders at COP25 2019 in Madrid, Spain, asking them to take immediate climate actions. Giri Priyas has campaigned for climate action in India. The second one is Pankaj Kumar. He wears an oxygen mask and carries a jar with a plant. It is symbolic. He wants to ask people, we inherited clean air from ancestors, but are we going to pass on the same to next generation? Pandit Kumar walks around the city in the same way, trying to make awake and educate everyone around. And here comes 12-year-old climate activist Arav Seth. Already he is leading the fight against climate change in India by campaigning to save the environment from deforestation and to stop using single-use plastic and plants and planted almost 3,500 trees. Hope I can able to deliver my message to you all. The value of one single tree. Take care of trees, they will take care of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toej. Now I would like to invite Ayushi to give her presentation.
She is not here. Kashish, please call any other student name, beta.
Okay, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Sukanya.
She is also not here.
Now I would like to invite Arshdeep to give her presentation.
Ma'am, I'm starting. Can you hear my
Okay.
voice?
Yes, Arshdeep. Please start, beta.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can you see?
Yes, Arshdeep, I can see.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening and Jai Hind to one and all present over here. I, Arshdeep Kaur of class 6A, is here to represent my Abhivyakti presentation. So let's get started. My topic is water pollution. So there are three titles in my topic. What is water pollution? Where does water pollution comes from? How do we detect water pollution? On this. What is water pollution? Water pollution occurs when harmful substances, often chemicals or microorganisms, contaminate a stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer, or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering it toxic to humans or the environment. Water is a vital body fluid and it regulates life processes such as digestion of food, transportation of nutrients, and excretion of body waste. And it is an important reactant in photosynthesis. This is called a water pollution. So now, why should we prevent water pollution? Preventing water pollution and conserving water are very important to assure a continuing abundance of water that is safe to use for ourselves and future generations. Water pollution is any human caused contamination of water that reduces its usefulness to humans and other organisms in nature. So now we will learn about water pollution causes and effects. What are the major causes of the water pollution? Discharging of domestic animals and industrial effluent wastes, leakage from water tanks, and marine dumping, and radioactive waste and atmospheric deposition are the major causes of water pollution. And heavy metals that disposed of and industrial wastes can accumulate in lakes and rivers, proving harmful to humans and animals. So this is the example. This is full of garbage, plastics and all things. So now, what are effects of water pollution? Diseases in humans drinking or consuming polluted water in any way has many disastrous effects on our health. It causes typhoid, cholera, hepatitis, and various other diseases. Destruction of ecosystems. Ecosystems are extremely dynamic and respond to even small changes in the environment. The effects of water pollution are like clean all that when we clean all our garbages and dumps all that, so we will not get any disease because people are not doing like that.
Now, how we can save water pollution? There are 4 ways to save water pollution. Pick up the litter and throw it away in a garbage can. Blow or sweep fertilizer back onto the grass if it gets onto paved areas. Third, mulch or compost grass or yard waste. Fourth, wash your car or outdoor equipment where it can flow to a gravel and grassed area instead of the street. And now this is the various causes of water pollution. First is industrial waste like smokes from factories and all that. Second is sewage and wastewater. Third is mining activities. Fourth is marine dumping. Fifth is accidental oil leakage. Sixth is the burning of fossil fuels. Seventh is chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Eighth is leakage from the sewer lines. So now, how we can avoid pollution? On days when high particle levels are expected, take these extra steps to reduce pollution. First is reduce the number of trips you take in your car. Instead, we use car for going to many places, but use cycle. Second is reduce or eliminate fireplace and wood stove use. Don't use too much. Third, avoid burning leaves, trash, and other materials. Fourth, avoid using gas-powered lawn and garden equipment. Thank you.
Thank you, Arshdeep. Now here is Ayushi.
Good evening, Good evening, everyone. My name is Ayushi Patel, and I study in class 6A in Tanveem School, Mughal Sarai. My screen is visible.
Yes.
Anyone, please tell my
Now,
screen is visible.
yes. Please share, beta. Please share. It's visible.
Ma'am, no.
Ah,
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ayushi Patel, and I study in class 6A in Tanveem School, Mughal Sarai. So, today I'm going to show my sustainability on safe plants. When I was choosing this topic, several questions came in my mind. That questions were, why should we save plants? Why plants important for humans and animals? What things plant gives us? These questions came in my mind. Why should we save plant? We should save plant because it protects our planet and prevents soil erosion and provide raw material for food, clothing, medicine, and for consumption, and many more for sustaining life. Why plants are important for humans and animals? Plants are really important for humans and animals. Plants absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen for humans and animals. It also helps to clean the air and water also. What are the things plants gives us? Plant gives us wood, medicine, rubber, oxygen, food, shelter. For example, medicinal plants are tulsi and neem, and rubber plant is provide us rubber for making like uh, tires, cycle tires, and we are using eraser that also they are used in that. We have to save plant. Trees also called our lungs. You can see in this picture half ocean is without plant and half ocean is with plants and tree. Which you like? I like the plants greenery one because without plants there is no life, and if you started cutting the tree, you will not sustain more than here on the earth. So please save plant. If you were, if you cut a tree, you will kill a life. If you will tree, you will save a life. If you will plant a tree, you will plant a life. Please save plant. Thank you. Be green, leave green.
Thank you, Ayushi. Now, I would like to invite Soumya Pathak to give her presentation.
Good evening and Jai Hind everyone. I am Soumya Pathak of class 6A, and today I am going to explain you all about my topic of Abhivyakti. Out of 8 to 9 topics, I chose Save Plant topic. While choosing the topic, maximum 3 major questions came into my mind. And that one, why to save plant? Why it is important to save plant? And what are the advantages of saving plants? So here I go with my content. I have separated my 3 questions in 3 different slides. My first part is why to save plant. We should save plant because it gives us everything in free. It doesn't take anything from us, and it is very important for us. We should save plant because plants are not like a shopkeeper. Like if we whenever require anything from the shop, we go to the shop, but with the money we go. We don't go like that only because we know that the plants the shopkeeper won't give us anything in free. So at least for this purpose, we can plant a tree. Now the second part is that why it is important to save plant. As we all know, it is important to save plant because without plants we can't survive. Second fact is that it gives us food, plus wood, plus oxygen and many more things. Now in the picture it is written plant a tree and oxygen for free. So this is the purpose. Third is that what are the advantages of saving plants? We get oxygen from the plant, the most and the main important substance for our survival. If we will plant a tree, we will get oxygen. If we won't plant a tree, we won't get oxygen. So this is the main point. Now the second is that we get fresh air. If we'll plant a tree, we will get fresh air. And if we won't plant tree, we won't get fresh air. Nowadays pollution is increasing. So to reduce pollution, saving a plant is the best solution. So if we will plant a tree, we can reduce pollution. If we will not plant a tree, we won't be able to reduce pollution. Third is that we get fruits and vegetable as healthy food. Now the plants are also taking the credit of our health. Like if we'll plant a tree, we will be healthy. If we won't plant a tree, we won't be healthy. Fourth is that we get wood as a resource for furniture. If we'll plant a tree, we will get woods as a resource for furniture. If we won't, then we won't get wood. Now here is just a poem. Save plants. They don't have light. Just because they don't react doesn't mean that the pain is an unknown thing to them. Save all living creatures. Eat air. Now here are some pictures of saving plants, and thank you.
Thank you, Soumya. Now I would like to invite Anika to give her presentation.
Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. Good evening and Jai Hind everyone. I am Anika Priya of Standard 6A and I am here to present my presentation of Abhivyakti on the topic Save Natural Resources. Now I am starting. The first question that arises in our mind after listening to the topic is what are natural resources? So natural resources are the resources that already exist in nature and are not man-made. For example, trees, rivers, mountains, etc.
Anika, your voice is echoing, beta.
Ma'am, now is it okay?
Ha, now it's okay, beta.
Why are natural resources important? Natural resources are very important because almost everything around us is made up of natural resources. Even man-made things need natural resources to be made. For example, wood for chair, beds, etc. and fabric for earbud, clothes, towels. Life without natural resources and who destroys natural resources? So life without natural resources is not incomplete, it's impossible because the things we need to survive are all natural resources. And although natural resources are very important, we humans are only destroying it by cutting trees and polluting land, water, air, etc. Now here are two pictures. The one on the right is with natural resources and another one is without natural resources. Without natural resources, it is blank, and with natural resources, the world is very beautiful. Saving natural resources. As natural resources are very important and we are using it continuously, we should know how to save them. So here are some ways. Here are some ways to save water. We can save water by taking bath with a mug and a bucket without a shower, and by rainwater harvesting and by not dumping waste in rivers. Now, how to save trees? We can save trees by recycling the paper and other things that are made up of trees, using alternative of wood wherever possible, like making a chair out of plastic instead of wood. The plastic waste can be recycled, not the another. Advising people not to cut trees. Saving animals. We can save animals by the following ways. We can save the injured animals or endangered animals by not killing them for research, as many people kill the rare species of animals in research, and by not killing them for fur and teeth, etc. And by doing afforestation, we can save animals by saving them. The movements for saving natural resources. Chipko movement in 1973 was for saving trees. In Narmada Bachao Andolan in 1985 was to save the river Narmada. Then Jangal Bachao Andolan in 1980s was to save forests of Odisha and Jharkhand. Things that I do for saving natural resources. That were the things that we should do, and here are things that I do. I save paper. Save. I try to save water. I turn off lights whenever not needed. I plant trees. Here is a picture of my planting tree. Now, thank you.
Thank you, Anika. Now here is Atulya.
Good, ma'am, I am sharing the screen.
Okay, Atulya.
Good evening and Jai Hind. I, Atulya, is here to speak on topic save electricity. With the most important invention of science, electricity, life is become more easy and comfortable. The world literally runs on power. Electricity which we use today is mostly generated by steam turbines. It is rotated along the thousands of dams to produce electricity. All the giant machine, household, office, appliance, trains, trams, etc. runs on electricity. A few ways to save electricity are when living room, switch off light and fan. Don't always use machine instead of hand. We should turn on the light and electricity appliance and device only on our need. As electricity is saved, is electricity generated. So let's save power to empower our nation. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Siddhi.
Is my Good evening and Jai Hind to all teachers and my dear friends. The topic today I'm going to explain the topic, Abhivyakti topic. What is scarcity? Water scarcity means lack of water, and lack of water in Hindi we say pani ki kami. Here you can see an image. Here, the image only describes that how much where is the place of water, how much important it is. Like when we are thirsty, then our tongue gets dries, and we need water. Like that only what happens with the soil, the same happens with the soil. There are so many lines in the soil because it has been dried and it is also thirsty. It needs water. And here you can see a plant which also needs water. The downside is getting brown, which is almost it shows that it is getting dried. If we will not save the future generations, if we will not save the water, then the future generations would be like this. Points on water scarcity are: what is water? Why do we need water? Why one drop of water is important? How can we save water? And many more. In this pictures also you can see that the water is in danger. We need to save water for our future generations. First question was, what is water? So here's the answer. Water, a clear liquid that falls as rain in ground, lakes, ponds, rivers, oceans, etc. is known as water. Water is also present inside the ground, which the soil gets, the water which is absorbed by the soil is known as underground water. In this thing, which water helps us. Let's water are, it lubricates the joints, it forms saliva and musk. Forms saliva, the clear liquid in our mouth, inside our mouth is known as saliva. which makes flavor in our mouth. It boosts skin health and beauty. It cushions the brain, spinal cord, and other sensitive tissues. It regulates body temperature. It cools down. It flushes body waste. It helps maintain blood pressure. It should be in balance. The blood pressure should be always in a balance. The airway, it also helps with the airway nutrition. It makes minerals, nutrition accessible. It prevents kidney damage also. The sensitive tissues are kidney, brain, spinal cord, and more. They all were the benefits of water, and they all are also the needs. Now think, if water would not be there, so the earth, the people living, the living organisms living on the earth can die. And there are so many things in our body which cannot survive without water. Absolutely, we cannot survive without water, because from water we can plant a tree, and from trees we can get fruits and vegetables, and that's enough for us to be alive. Here is a chart in which we can see that a newborn baby needs 75% of water. An adult child needs 65% of water. An adult female needs 55% of water. An adult male needs 60% of water. As in this chart, we can see that the percentage of how much water we need. But if the 10% also gets lost in our body of how much we need, so there can be a little weakness in our body. And I think that there can be a little weakness. Now let's see how can we save water. This is, I think, our fourth question. Yes, this is our fourth question. How can we save water? And the answer is, let's see how to save water. Here you can see that in this picture, I can think that the radishes, carrots, and many more vegetables, the dirt of the vegetables, when we wash the water with the water, so we can also throw the water. In place of throwing the water, we can give that water again to the plant, so that the water is also not waste, and the plant also grows very well. So this is one of my way. And second is close the tap while brushing and shaving. Two are in one. Third is always bath with a mug and a bucket. Never bath with a shower, because it wastes more water than bathing with a mug and a bucket. In this, now fifth one is check your home leakages per month or week. Please do not waste water, and always try to save water, because if we saving water is the very much big thing for us. If we save a little water also, one drop of water also we save, na? That is only our savings. One drop water makes a mug of water can be filled. By saving with one drop of water, we can fill a mug of water. We can live without anything, but we cannot live without water, because as I've told that water, after giving the water to the soil, it will grow a plant, and the plant will grow to the tree, and the tree will give us food to eat, to survive on earth. That is why save water today, or tomorrow you will pay. It's just like a rent taken by a god. We have just taken a rent from the god, that still I'm living alive. I will try to save water, but we are not respecting the rent we have taken from God. Next is this slide is only for a fact of water. Did you know? Only for a fact knowledge. Did you know there is a road in France that can only be used twice a day for a few hours? It disappears. Then it disappears under 13 feet of water level due to high tide. Here, the water, in the middle of the water, there is a road. In a day, we can only move from that road only twice a day. Two times only we can move from that road in a day because it gets 13 feet deep. It goes in the water. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Thank you, Siddhi. Now I would like to invite Pratyushi to give her presentation.
One second, let me.
A pleasant day and Jai Hind to all. As we all know that right use of food can end hunger, so I Pratyush is here to share my Abhivyakti on no food waste or food waste. What is Abhivyakti for me? For me, Abhivyakti is awareness and humanity. By spreading these, we can make world better place to live. Yes, Abhivyakti is a kind of freedom, a freedom where everyone is sleeping with a well-fed stomach. Does everyone sleeps with a well-fed stomach? No, everyone around us does get enough food to eat due to poverty or unavailability of food. Because they might be living at a place is not available or they don't have enough money. Why does food waste exist? Most of the time, food is also wasted because of purchasing or pre- preparing of too much. If one purchases or prepares too much than needed, then it may waste. In such scenarios, leftovers and partially used food account for the food waste that goes to waste. How we can minimize the food wastage at home? Food items should be selected carefully for their nutritional value or cost. Why according to the storage facility at home? When you when you buy fruits, vegetables or food grains, know how these can be stored without spoiling. Conclusion. In conclusion, food wastage should be avoided because it is a kind of inhuman task. Choosing between no food waste or food wastage, you should always choose no food waste because food takes couple of months to grow, but we don't even take a minute to waste it. Food costs us money, and when food goes in the trash, money goes in the trash. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Kashish for her presentation.
Natural resources to save humanity and nature. With this positive thought, I suggest for wishes a very good evening, Jane, to my respected retreats, my dear friends. Today, I'm present over here to give my presentation of Abhivyakti on topic saving natural resources. So, in this presentation, we will get to know about what are natural resources, where we get natural resources, what are the importance of natural resources in our life. Are natural resources or unlimited? Why do we need to save natural resources? Are we saving natural resources or just misusing them? What can we do to save natural resources? Should we save natural resources? So let's get answer to these questions. What are natural resources? Natural resources are materials from the earth that are used to support life and meet people needs. Any natural substance that humans use can be considered a natural resource. Oil, coal, animals, air, rocks, minerals, sunlight, plants, soil, gas, fossil fuels, water are examples of natural resources. You know, where do we get these natural resources? These natural resources are obtained from earth. sometimes from the atmosphere of the earth, and sometimes from the deep surface of the earth. What's the importance of natural resources in our life? Natural resources have a great importance in our day to day life. Like if there is no air, what will breathe? If no water, what will drink? If no sunlight, how will the plant grow? And atmosphere of the earth will totally change. If no CNG or coal, how we will cook food? If no mud, how to do vegetation and no land? If we look around properly, everything is related to our natural resources. Why do we need to save natural resources? Saving natural resources is very important. We need to save natural resources because a long period of formed. It may be 100 or 1 million years to get formed, and they are also very important part of our day-to-day life. Natural resource conservation. Do you know about World Natural Conservation Day? This day is World Nature Conservation Day, celebrated on July 20 each year. World Nature Conservation Day recognizes that healthy environment is a foundation for a stable to ensure the well of present generations. All participate to protect, conserve, and manage natural resources. It has become more imperative upon us to conserve these resources. That yours has become more conserve our nature. Let's use it to build a better tomorrow. Are natural resources limited or unlimited? Natural resources are limited. How or how empty resources are limited. This is a message that resources are limited. Are natural resources responsible for our existence on Earth? This mysterious question has been answered by the scientists. The Earth's natural resources, water, soil, minerals, and all extra things which are important for our survival. Are we saving natural resources or just misusing them? Well, no, we are not saving natural resources. We are using natural resources in such a fast manner and in such a large quantity that a day will come when the natural resources will get thin and it will become very hard for humans to exist on this earth. Now, let's get the solutions. What can we do to save natural resources? Everyone present here must be aware about the 3R system: use, reuse, and recycle. We can use this system to, to save our natural resources. We can plant more and more trees. We can spread awareness about it, and we can also shop wisely. We can take long-lasting products so that nature doesn't get spoiled. Let's get some amazing facts. How much natural resources do we consume in a day? Well, each person on the planet uses an average over 8 tons of natural resources per year, or 20 kg, 22 kg per day. If we include the unused extraction of materials overburden, each inhabitant of the planet uses almost 40 kg per day. How much natural resources do we consume in a year? 60 billion tons of raw material a year. Given current trends of growth, our extraction of natural resources could increase to 100 billion tons by 2030. Means in 9 years, our extraction of natural resources will grow up to 100 billion tons. People in rich countries consume up to 10 times more natural resources than those in the poorest countries. What, what year we will run out of natural resources? Some scientists predict we could run out of fossil fuels by 2060 if we don't shift towards alternative energy. This is a great warning for us. Thank you and Jai Hind.
Now I would like to call Ashish.
Good evening. My name is Ashish from class 6A and I am going to show my presentation. So I begin. What is resource? Natural resources. Natural resources are material from the earth that are used to support life and meet people's needs. Natural substances that humans use is considered as natural resources. Example: stone, air, water, soil, fossil fuels, plant, coal, and many more. Are natural resources limited or unlimited? Natural resources are in two categories: renewable and non renewable. Renewable resources are in large amount, as we can say unlimited. Example: soil, water, sunlight, and more. But non renewable resources are in limited amount because Earth has taken million years to generate them. And so, should we use it in a least amount to conserve it? Examples of non-renewable resources: fossil fuels, oxygen, and more. Are humans destroying natural resources and Earth? Yes, humans are destroying the Earth since 1970s. We have been using more and more natural resources, and this has come at a cost. Some human activities that cause damage either directly or indirectly to the environment on a global scale include population growth, overconsumption, overexploitation, pollution, and deforestation. Reduce, recycle, recycle, reuse. Why we should conserve natural resources? We should conserve natural resources because due to human overpopulation, we started to overexploit our resources. So if this continues, there will be no resources left for the upcoming future generations. What is the need to save natural resources? To develop and support life by supporting ecological balance, to ensure that the future generation will be able to access the natural resources, to preserve the biodiversity, to make sure human races or generation survives, to repair our earth and make earth a better place to live. Ways to conserve natural resources for future. Deforestation, planting trees help in reducing soil erosion. Treatment of industrial waste. The chemical gases in waste must be treated before releasing them into the air or in the water. Dams and water storage. Dams help to store water and supply them when needed. They also help in producing energy. We should also follow reduce, recycle, reuse. Can humans survive without natural resources? None of the humans would exist without the natural resources. Some, like sun and wind, are renewable and will likely never run out. Others, like minerals, fossil fuels, and even the air we breathe, are non renewable. So it's actually possible to lose them forever. Don't destroy the greenery and don't spoil the scenery. Save earth, save natural resources. Thank you.
A very good evening and Jai Hind to one and all present over here. I know of class. A very good evening and Jai Hind to one and all present over here. I Noor of class 6A is here to show my presentation of Abhivyakti. So I chose Mother Earth for my presentation.
Noor, please share the screen, beta.
So, here I start with my content. My world, our Mother Earth. The Earth is the only planet in the universe where we living beings are found. We get here all the necessities of life, and nature on the Earth is very supportive of living beings. But the healthy survival of life for years and years is only possible when we maintain the balance in nature. So, here we are. What she provides us, Mother Earth, day after day, she provides the earth we breathe, the air we breathe, the food we eat, the ground beneath our feet. She treats us to sun-bright skies and marvels like mountains, forests, oceans, and streams, singing birds and swaying trees. Here, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. We should learn this. Advice from our Mother Earth. The advice from our Mother Earth are: be well rounded, keep a positive atmosphere, have a magnetic personality, celebrate diversity, think globally, be good to your mother. There's no place like home. No, now I'm here at the way to share a story by our Mother Earth. Once upon a time, my rivers, lakes, and oceans were clear and pure. My trees were strong and powerful. The wealth of biodiversity was incredible, beautiful to look, and today our Mother Earth is getting destroyed. We should learn this and we should save our Mother Earth by heart. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you, Noor. Now, I would like to invite Trishti to give her presentation.
Ma'am, is my screen visible?
Yes, Trishti, please. Start, beta.
Good evening and Jai Hind. Myself Srishti Mishra of class 6A. Today I'm going to present my Abhivyakti topic, water scarcity. So, first of all, we should know that what is water scarcity? Water scarcity is the lack of fresh water resources to meet the standard water demand. Humanity is facing a water crisis due to unequal distribution exacerbated by climate change, resulting in some very wet and some very dry geographic locations, plus a sharp rise in global freshwater demand in recent decades driven by industry. Water scarcity can also be caused by droughts, lack of rainfall, or pollution. Why do we need water? We need water to digest our food and get rid of waste. Water is needed for digestive juices, and we can bet that water is the main ingredient in perspiration, also called sweat. Besides being an important part of fluids in our body, water is needed by each cell to work. So, why we are facing water scarcity? The increasing world population, improving living standards, changing consumption patterns, and expansion of irrigated agriculture are the main driving forces for the rising global demand of water. So, is water going to finish? We won't run out of water. What characterizes the earth is that it's blue because of oceans. 97% of the water on earth is in the oceans, 2% is in ice, only about 1% is available for that isn't in the ocean or trapped in the ice caps. So the global, we are not going to run out of water. So, how we are wasting water? Leaky pipes, small laundry loads, wasting food, long showers, and overwatering the lawn are the some of the ways by which water is wasted. There are many ways to save water. It is very simple and starts in the household. So, how can we conserve water? So, we can conserve water at home also by upgrading our appliances, turning off the tap, watering our lawn right, cutting off our grass effectively, using grey water, using our dishwasher wisely, composting, checking for leaks, taking shorter showers, reuse and rewear. And one more thing came to my mind is rainwater harvesting. So we can harvest. So it means that we should conserve water, and so conserve water, conserve life. You never know the worth of water until the well runs dry. Save water and it will save you. Don't let life slip down the drain. How many drops can make up an ocean? Conserve water. Every drop counts. Don't flush our planet's most valuable resource. It takes a lot of blue to stay green. If we don't learn to conserve, we will all be fish out of water. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. A drop of water worth more than a sack of gold to a thirsty man. So, water smarter. Thank you.
Thank you, Srishti. Now I would like to call Ishika for her presentation.
Good evening and Jai Hind to all. I'm Ishika Singh of Standard 6th and I'm present here to express my presentation on the topic Save Natural Resources. Someone said it right. The trees are our lungs, the rivers are circulation, the air our breath, and the earth our body. Well, as we reach the end of my presentation, we will be able to answer these questions. What are natural resources? Are they in a limited or unlimited amount? Why should we save them? Are they important for human survival? And what are the ways to save them? So here comes the first point. What are natural resources? Natural resources are very well known to us. They are present all around us. And they are the blessings of nature like the trees, sun, animals, soil, rocks, water, and air. Be formed and recovered. Now the next.
I think Ishika lost her connection. Please call the next student.
Now I would like to call Tanu for her presentation.
Anushri, please start better.
Good evening and Jain. My name is Tanushri Jaiswal. I am from the class 6A. I am here to present a presentation on topic water. What is water? Water is made of tiny molecules of hydrogen and oxygen. Where can we get water? About 97% of water on the Earth's surface is in the world ocean. This is where you can find the most of the other 3% lakes, rivers, polar ice caps, cloud and rain. Needs of water to carry nutrients and waste in the body, to lubricate joints, digest, digestive tract and body tissues, to cool the body, to be used in factories, agriculture, hospital, and hostels, etc. Wastage of water. Water shortage happens even an area does not have enough water to meet the needs of the people who live there. A shortage, a shortage is caused by too much demand or not enough supply. Example of wastage of water are leaking pipe or tap, running water while brushing or washing clothes, as well while bathing. Types of save water. Tips of save water. A drap, Dapping tap could waste as much as 90 liters a week. Brushing your teeth with the tap running waste almost 9 liters a minute. 60, 16 types of save water. Every time the boil of egg, save the cold water and your house plants. Save water, save life. Water is precious gift of God. Please do not waste it and do not let waste it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dhanushri. Now, I would like to invite Ishika to give her presentation.
Good evening and Jai Hind to all. I'm Ishika Singh of Standard 6th and I'm present here to express my presentation on the topic Save Natural Resources. Someone said it right. The trees are our lungs, the rivers are circulation, the earth our breath, and the air our breath, and the earth our body. Well, natural resources are very well known to us and they are present all around us. So, as we reach the end of my presentation, we will be able to answer these questions. What are natural resources? Are they in a limited or unlimited amount? What are the ways to save them? Are they important for human survival? And why should we save them? So, the first point. What are natural resources? Natural resources are the blessings of nature and they're very well known to us and present all around us, like trees, sun, animals, soil, rocks, water, and etc. They make our survival possible. Now, here comes the second point. Are they present in a limited or an unlimited? The natural resources like sunlight, air, water, food, and etc. are present in limited amount to us and are known as renewable resources. They are provided to us non-stop by the nature, while some of the natural resources like fuels, oils, minerals, precious stones, and etc. are provided to us in limited amounts are known as non-renewable resources. They take millions of years to be formed and recovered. Here comes the next and the most important point. Why should we save natural resources? Because of the increase in the population, the natural resources are getting less and less. Also, because of the human activities like cutting down trees, building houses, creating factories, and etc. But if we stop doing such harmful human activities, for the future we will get air like oxygen to breathe, fresh water to drink. Much of the trees and plants won't die, which will maintain the balance of the nature, and we will able to save wildlife like flora and fauna. Here comes the fourth question. Are they important for human survival? Yes, as living beings have been dependent on these resources from an early age. We need energy sources like fossil fuels, wind energy, solar energy, and etc. And we need to obtain food by growing crops, catching fishes, rearing livestock, poultry, and etc. But if we start misusing of these natural resources, these problems may occur, like destructions of habitats for the animals and plants, lack of underground water, which will make the land go on dry, and loss of nutrients in the soil, which won't let a plant grow, whereas soil erosion. Here comes the last but not the least point. What are the ways to save them? Because of this corona crisis, we are staying at our homes. So these are the ways which we can follow in our house or the daily life to save natural resources. Like we must turn the lights off, follow the process of reuse, reduce, and recycling. We must plant trees or do gardening at our homes, use both sides of the paper, and we must stop buying the bottled water, and we also should drive less and walk more to the nearby areas. We must use reusable and cloth bags for the shopping, and we must never throw garbages or chemicals into water bodies. At last, I would like to say that natural resources save, change, and grow the life of human beings. Thank you and
Thank you, Rishika. Now, I would like to invite Harsh to give his presentation.
I think again Kavya lost her connection, network connection, connectivity. Okay, so I think everyone given their presentation. Please check, beta.
Yes, ma'am.
Kavya, you want to complete your presentation? If yes, then quickly start, beta. Kavya? Okay, Kashish, you please wind up the meeting, beta.
Okay, ma'am. Now, I would like to call respected. Now, I would like to invite respected madam to have views with us.
We are requesting you to, Madhu ma'am, please give your feedback to us. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, might be ma'am is also not able to
Yes, ma'am.
listen us. So I request Rashi ma'am, can you please give your feedback to students, ma'am? Okay, what is the problem? I am unable to understand. Okay, if just a minute, just a minute. Rashi ma'am, are you there in the meeting? Ma'am, are you here? Okay, it's okay, students. I will ask to the teachers, and by tomorrow evening, I will share your feedback, which Madhu ma'am and Rashi ma'am, Ritu ma'am, Durgeshwari ma'am, they all were there. So tomorrow I will give you the feedback in the class or by the evening today. Okay? By the evening today or tomorrow in the class, I will give you the feedback of the teachers. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, आप लोगों ने बहुत मेहनत की, बहुत अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन आपने दिया. अगर फॉर मुझसे पूछा जाए एज अ क्लास टीचर, तो एज अ क्लास टीचर मैंने इसे नहीं सुना। यदि मुझे जज करने की बात की जाए तो एज अ सब्जेक्ट टीचर, एज अ स्कूल टीचर, एज अ स्कूल अथॉरिटी की ओर से मैंने इसे सुना है। और हाँ, कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ी बहुत रहती हैं गलतियां, हर किसी से होती हैं। तो सबसे बड़ी बात ये होती है कि अपनी गलतियों से ही हम कुछ नया सीखते हैं। ठीक है, थैंक्स टू एवरीवन जिन्होंने प्रयास किया और प्रयास करके अपने कंफर्ट जोन से खुद को बाहर निकाला। कुछ की आवाज में हड़बड़ाहट थी, थोड़े से डरे हुए से थे, बट ठीक है, जब हम धीरे धीरे लोगों के सामने खुद को प्रेजेंट करेंगे, कहीं ना कहीं अपनी बात लोगों के सामने रखेंगे, तो हम ज्यादा स्पष्ट रूप से अपनी चीजों को कह सकेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन फॉर बीइंग हियर। नाउ आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू एंड द मीटिंग। थैंक्स, 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 थैंक्स अ लॉट बेटा। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, Anjahin ma'am.
Jane ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you to you, my dear friends, and Soumya.
Thank you so much to you and Soumya especially. You both are my backbone today. Literally, you both are my backbone. Thank you so much. Thank you.